Sofiyah made her mark at the City University's Newmark J-School with strong, empathetic reporting for the school's NYCity News and for Hell Gate NYC. She had an impressive spring internship with the city website, coming up with a series of scoops on tenants facing eviction. This year she will be interning at Reuters. Sofiyah is determined to amplify the voices of those who often find themselves at the mercy of the bureaucracy, her professors told me, with work that stands solidly in the tradition of Dennis Duggan. Her first assignment was reporting on botched tests that found dangerous levels of arsenic in the water at New York City Housing Authority's Jacob Riis houses. As John Mancini said of her, she gets people to trust her. Residents invited into their apartments and shared deeply personal stories about the chronic conditions that had them worrying about their health long before the arsenic scare. Let me give you the check. Here you are. And you want to say a few words?
I wanted to just quickly talk about an important lesson that I learned at CUNY, and probably the biggest reason why I feel like I'm here today. On the first day of orientation, they throw you out into Times Square and they tell you to break a story about a topic that's relevant at the time. And in doing so, they teach you about the value of speed and the value of being there first. But within the next 16 months of being at CUNY, they also teach you about the value of being last. And I think that's one of the most important things to me today as a journalist. In my second week of J-School, a very seasoned reporter broke a massive story in a district that I was supposed to be covering. And it was Labor Day weekend, so I wasn't there, and I couldn't join the fleet of reporters that flocked to the scene. And so I thought I missed my chance. But the next week when I got to class, my professor told me to go back to where the story was initially first broke. And when I did, no one else was there. I was definitely the last one. And I stayed for months. And in that time, I accompanied sources to doctor's appointments. I sat in their apartments talking for hours. I compiled my own data sets where the city government refused to give me information. And by the time I got my first byline, 4 months had passed. And it never would have happened if my professor had only been concerned about getting there first. So I do understand the importance of speed and of breaking stories. But because my professor knew that the value of being first should never outweigh the value of being last and staying the longest, I was able to produce work that revealed aspects of a story that would have just gone uncovered had I not stayed. And I think that gets to the heart of CUNY's ethos and why I'm so grateful to everyone I've gotten to work with over the past year. And it's a lesson that I hope to carry with me in the future as I continue to do what I love.